It's day 138, 138. So today, I passed my driving test. And I haven't stopped crying. I booked it back in just as soon as I passed my theory test, which was on the 28th of June. As soon as I'd passed that, I booked it. I was like, give me 6 months to practice. And me and my friend used to go for a drive, but just through circumstances, I haven't actually been out in the car with her since I think it was the 5th of September. And then obviously this time last month, obviously had the, and I'd started having, let's have a look, when was it? So I'd had 2 lessons. I'd had 2 lessons prior to my mum passing away, and on the Friday that I found out about my mum, I obviously messaged and said I can't do today, understandably, and he was like, absolutely fine, do you want to delay your test and stuff like that? And I was like, do you want to postpone it? And I was like, no, let's just leave it, let's see how it goes. So in the last month, I think I did manage to get a lesson in with them. I didn't get anything. That was all I had in November, and then yeah, and then obviously when it came up, and he was like, he contacted me and he was like, are we still going through? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So he came this morning, like I had booked 2 hours today, an hour before the lesson and an hour for after. And I genuinely didn't think I was gonna do it. Like, I'd done everything. I put a little post-it on my post-it note on my wall saying pass driving test, like trying to manifest everything. And the hour I had with my instructor this morning was really good. We done a little route, done some maneuvers, and yeah, and I was just like, do you know what, let's just do it. I know I know my mum would have been really, really disappointed in me if I'd have postponed it or if I'd have delayed it. So I went, and the annoying thing was I only got I got 3 minors, and the 2 minors I knew exactly when they were, and I was just like, and my instructor, he was my test, the guy who did my test, he was brilliant, because I took a wrong, I can't think what it was, I did something wrong, and I was like, oh, Stacey, you're such a knobhead, and he laughed, and he was just like, I've not heard that saying in a while, and he kind of joked, and he's like, you're supposed to do the hand gesture as well, and we were just laughing. And then we pulled over, he's like, if you pull over somewhere safe, and then right, pull off. And I hesitated, and I was like, shit, that's an undue hesitation. And then a little bit later on, I did it again, and I know that if you do the same thing twice, then that can turn into a serious. So at that point, I'd kind of, and I'd said it again, I was like, fuck's sake, Stace, you've done it again. You've hesitated too long. Just have the confidence and just do it. And at that point, I was like, at least I tried. And I drove back, just enjoying it. We then had a real giggle and a real laugh. And he made me feel so relaxed, and then we pulled back into the test centre, and he's like, right, if you can just reverse into one of the bays. And at that point I thought, well, I failed, what does it matter? And I just literally, like, I pulled it back, and I was like, I said, I'm just over it now. And yeah, it wasn't my my golden moment in reverse parking, which is crazy because I reverse park outside my house all the time. And I couldn't even pull in reverse into this bay because in my mind I was like, do you know what? I did it. And he was like, how do you think you did? And I was just like, and he went, well, unfortunately. And I looked over at him and I was like, it's okay. And he went, passed. And the third minor was the reverse parking. And that was it. I haven't stopped crying since, because that's the first step of my journey into getting my bus and doing my travelling. And it was just bittersweet that the mum never got to see this, or my dad. And it's just, I mean, it's quite a milestone to get into your late 40s and not pass your test. Like, I can drive. I've driven my whole life. I've just never been able to never really wanted a car. I've always enjoyed kind of just travelling and sat on coaches and buses. Like, I like observing rather than, and kind of whenever I've gone away, I've some of the times I've never known how long I've been going for. So a car has always been, to me, it was always an expense. But yeah, and I think it just hit home as well that every time I have something now that I achieve or that I'm proud of, I haven't got any parents to kind of say I'm proud of you. And it makes your brain, it just makes, my mind think like, they're not going to see my first bus. They're not going to see all the places I visit. They're not going to be able to hear all the stories I tell them. But I'm going to tell those stories, and I'm going to make sure that every memory that I create has them in my heart. And yeah, I'm proud that I went through with today. It was a really tough decision, because it was like I'd had these days booked off for months and months. Like I said, I booked this back in June, and I booked today off, and then obviously tomorrow's Friday the 13th. I will not be going out in my car. My track history with I would say driving, with riding when I had a moped on Friday the 13th. The last Friday the 13th that I went out on the road was a complete nightmare. So I am not going near the car tomorrow. But I am going to keep my tattoo streak going. So I have a tattoo in the morning. I'm getting a little design on the back of my arm. And then in the afternoon, I've got another tattoo studio just a little bit down the road from the first place. They're doing like they normally do like 1, 2 or 3, and they do like a special offer if you pay 1 for this much, 2 for this, and it gets cheaper the more you have. So there's 2 tattoos I'm having with her. I'm having one on my chest piece and one on the front of my leg. So so I am treating myself tomorrow Anyway, so yeah, I did it. And it's just, after the year I've had, to come from barely surviving April, and to building myself up, and then losing my mum, and now this again. It's just, I'm an expert at these roller coasters, let's just say that. So let's see, I'm not sure if I have, do you know what, and also my test was at 12:28. 28, I've got a tattoo, it's my number. So as soon as I saw that test time when I booked it, I was like, yes, that's a sign. What I didn't realise at the time when I booked it is today is the 12th of the 12th. So the 12th of the 12th at 12 o'clock, 1 and 2 added together is 3, and 333 is the infinite number. So 333 and then 28. And I was just like, it all makes sense now. You're either into that or you're not. But yeah, when I checked my phone this morning, it just said the 1212 portal, and it said the 1212 gateway today is a huge influx of higher frequency. It's the reason why we have been doing this intense healing for all year. The portal's open from now through till December the 21st. Solstice to help us evolve at an accelerated pace. Everything is about to change. This is the biggest level up Earth has ever experienced. Tune in with this frequency and you will gain major clarity on your soul's path and mission over the next few days. So level up, bitch. Yeah, so my learning is that I could have so easily, when my instructor was like, let's just postpone your test, it's not a good time, like I could have done what I always do, which is kind of like, he's an instructor, he knows best, he's doing this. And I didn't. I stuck to my grounds, and I was like, no, I have learned so much from my failures this year and the things I've done wrong. And I would rather sit that test and fail it and have someone say, these are the things you need to do, and I can go into the new year going, right, this is what I need to focus on, than just give up, because that's not me. I don't give up easily. I try and try and try and try and try until I'm either made to feel like my efforts just are going nowhere. And I think that's something that I truly hadn't really believed about myself. I'd been made to feel that wasn't, like, you know, through some of the stuff I've been through this year, I kind of made to feel like I'd kind of given up and I hadn't given it my everything. And this is just proof that I have. I will always give it my everything. And I'm just so glad that I was like adamant, no, let's just do it. Let's just do it. So, lesson, Stacey, is just listen to this. Listen to what's in here. People are going to give you their opinions because that's what they would do in your situation. Only you can speak from your heart. You stuck to what you believe today. And you did it, you fucking did it. So that's my lesson, is to trust my intuition, never give up, listen to people, thank them for their advice, but make your own decisions. You know what's right for you. Something I'm happy about today. Just this. This really is. Like, just the thought that on Saturday I can drive down to, like, I've been wanting to go to there's a shop down one of the industrial estates, and I've been wanting to go for ages, and now I can just hop in the car and go. It's really stupid, but yeah, I'm happy that I'm happy, and I'm grateful for. My gratitude today is for Steve, my instructor, and for Derek, my test test instructor, whoever he was. He just made me feel so at ease, and I couldn't have asked for a more genuine and kind of like upfront person to kind of like, yeah, just I'm just so grateful that I got the opportunity to find these two, well, to find Steve, and that it was Derek that came, because I don't think you know, there was a couple of other people that came out. When he came out and called my name, I instantly got this energy from him, and I was just like, okay, I feel good. There was two people that came out before, and I was like, oh God, made me really anxious. And he came out, and I was like, oh no, this one feels good. And then he called my name, and I was like, yes. So yeah, that's my gratitude. I've obviously got still got some lessons I never got to take. So I've said to, because Steve was like, do you want the money back? And I was like, it's 2 weeks before Christmas. Of course I don't want the money back. Keep the money. And if you can see, maybe in the new year, to take me out for an advanced lesson, some motorway driving or something, that would be cool. Maybe just want a lesson doing that. And he was like, oh cool, yeah, sure. And yeah, and it was really cool that when we got back, and I kind of said, you know, this is the start now. I can start looking towards getting, you know, getting some HGV training, maybe get for when I get my bus and stuff like that. And Derek was like, well, we'll see you back here again soon then, I guess. It was just like, but I just wish Mum could have been here for me to tell her that I did it. But I did it. So, Stacey, don't ever give up on yourself, girl. Seriously, look what you have achieved since everything's happened. Look what you have achieved. You can't. There is nothing that you cannot achieve if you put your heart to it. You will just reach for the stars, girl. Seriously. Oh God. You've got it. You've got it. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I still can't believe it. Like I said, I just genuinely wasn't. I just genuinely went today to kind of go, let's just get one out the way. But yeah, to not only pass, but to pass with like, and it was only the two faults, like the undue hesitation and the control with reverse parking. And that was only because by the time I'd got back, I was like, I know I've not passed. So, so next time, don't give up on yourself so soon. But yes, I'm proud of you. Get some sleep now, get some rest. You're exhausted. It's felt like such a long day, because obviously I've, you know, been out since 11, about 11:15, sorting the car, and then I had a stupid light come on the dash, and I was like, oh, for God's sake. But it was fine. It wasn't a bad warning light, but yeah, it did panic me a bit, and I was like, for fuck's sake, it's just typical, isn't it? But yeah, you can now start making the car feel like yours. Just little things like I can start putting some music on when I go out, because I always used to play music when I drive, just quietly. I'm not gonna be radio blaring, but just have a little bit of music playing. And yeah, I'm just so excited. I'm just, with everything that's gone on, it's been a fucking journey, and I'm just so proud and so pleased that the end of this year is ending on a high. I mean, there's still a few weeks left. please be good to me, please. But no one can take this away. I'm not gonna be silly. I'm just gonna totally just get myself out for maybe an hour on Saturday and you know, just do a little pootle around. Like I can drive to little cafes now. If I like, there's a couple of internet cafes. Like I can drive there, and you know, there's a few places where, like on industrial estates, where you can go and stuff, and you know, the places where I couldn't normally get to, and now I can. It's just, things are going to change from now, and I'm just, yeah. So anyway, Stacey, I love you. I'm proud of you. Get some sleep, get some rest. Got an early start in the morning. Get up, get showered, get everything prepped. Oh God. Enjoy tomorrow. You deserve it. You've you're one tough cookie. Let's just say that. And that's it. I love you. I believe in you. I trust you. Trust in yourself more. Don't ever, you gave up at the end, and let that be a lesson to you. Don't give up at the end. But yeah, take it easy, relax, chill out, drink some water, and yeah, we'll see you here back again tomorrow with some more fresh ink. It was either going to be a celebration or a commiseration, and in it is going to be a celebration. I'm proud, so fucking proud of you, girl. And yeah, I love you, and stay cookie.